Hello everyone, welcome to Advantage Receiver, and this is the Monte Carlo Masters preview. We're going to go over the draw, see potential matchups, and see who will potentially win this tournament. Now I do have the draw in front of me. I'm going to try to put it on the screen for you guys so you guys can see it, see if that works. So let's get right into it. So looking at the draw here, obviously Djokovic is the talk of this tournament. He's played one tournament all year. Obviously we know what happened down in Australia. We all know that story. He played one tournament, it was in Dubai, made the quarterfinals, lost to Vesely. So Djokovic comes in here, as good as Djokovic is, and we all know how good Novak is. But he doesn't really have a lot of playing experience under his belt this year. A lot of players that are playing in Monte Carlo, like Alcaraz, like Ruud, like Tsitsipas, like Sinner, they've been playing this whole time on the courts in Indian Wells, Miami. Now they're ready to do it on the clay court season. Djokovic doesn't really have that experience, so he comes in a little bit behind. But it's Novak, so we'll see what happens with that. Going down the list, you have players like, Fritz is playing. Fritz won Indian Wells. Dan Evans is playing pretty well right now. Ruud, Dimitrov, Felix, all these players. So like I said, we're going to go over the draw and see what transpires here. Obviously, the matchup everyone's hoping for and looking towards is in the quarterfinals, potentially, if they both get there, is Novak Djokovic taking on Carlos Alcaraz. Now, Djokovic, I have projected... I have Djokovic taking on Dan Evans in the round before that, so he would get to the quarters if he defeats Dan Evans. And then Alcaraz would get up to playing Taylor Fritz, if that's what I have there. I have Fritz and Tsonga, which Tsonga is retiring at the end of the French Open. That should be fun to watch for Tsonga. Obviously a great player, and we'll see what happens with Tsonga at the French Open. And like I said, Fritz won Indian Wells, but I have Alcaraz beating Fritz to get to the quarters to take on Djokovic. As far as Alcarez goes, there's nobody hotter in the sport right now than Carlos Alcaraz. Winning Miami recently, and then obviously he made the semifinals of Indian Wells. He is playing at a top 10 level, and he's number 11. There's no doubt in my mind when the French Open is all said and done, he'll be easily in the top 10, maybe even higher, depending how far he gets. But, this is the summer of Alcaraz, and we're all privileged to watch it. This young 18-year-old kid really doing some special things in the sport right now. In the other quarter down there, I have Casper Ruud. Ruud's played great all year. Ruud's played really, really well, made the finals of Miami, was playing really well against Alcaraz, and Alcaraz just, turns it on like he does, as he does. So Ruud was playing really well. And then I have Herbie Hurkacz, who won Miami last year, back to the semifinals this year against Alcaraz. Hurkacz has been playing very well, defeated Medvedev en route to getting to the semifinals in Miami. So Hurkacz is playing very, very well. He's in my quarters with Ruud. Felix, I have Felix in the quarters. I know Felix has struggled a little bit this year with his serve and stuff like that, but I think the clay is his best service right now for Felix, and I think he'll play really well. He could potentially draw Diego Schwartzman in the round of 16. That might be a tough task for Felix, but I think Felix will get through. And I think he'll get there to the quarters against Tsitsipas, who won Monte Carlo last year. I think Tsitsipas, he's had a little bit of a rough stretch of things this year, obviously losing to Alcaraz in Miami, not playing his best tennis. I think he would agree to that. But I think the clay is his best surface, and I think Tsitsipas will do some damage here in not just Monte Carlo, but the clay court season leading up to the French Open. And then my other quarterfinal, I have Jannik Sinner. I know Sinner's been dealing with a lot of injuries with his blisters on his foot, but I think Sinner's ready to go for the clay. I think clay is also his best surface, and I think Sinner will get there. I have him beating Rublev in the round of 16 to get along the way to the quarterfinals. And then my big surprise of the quarterfinals, I have Stan Fravinka. Yes, Stan Fravinka is playing in Monte Carlo, and I have him in the quarterfinals. Now, he does potentially draw Zverev if things go the way they go. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't really have any confidence in Zverev this year. Last time I checked, I think his record on the year is 12-6. Not really a good record for a guy ranked 3 in the world right now. He might have dropped, I think, to 4 because of Nadal, but he's right up there in the top 5. That's not a good record for someone in top 5 as Zverev. I really don't have any confidence in Zverev's game at the moment. Will he turn it around? Yes. Zverev is a very capable player, won ATP finals before, made deep runs in Grand Slams. Zverev is a very capable player, very good player, very talented player. But as of right now, I wouldn't buy what Zverev is selling me. So I have Fravinka beating Zverev to get to the quarterfinals. And then as far as who wins this thing, I can't get off this Alcaraz train. I really can't. Alcaraz is playing the best tennis of anybody right now, I believe, as opposed, maybe other than Iga Swiatek on the women's side, who's playing better than anybody in the game. I think Alcaraz is definitely playing the best men's tennis right now. The clay season is probably his best chance to do some damage As good as he was on the hard courts in Miami and Indian Wells, I think clay is his best surface, and I think he's going to show that in this tournament. But we'll see what happens with Djokovic. Could Djokovic beat Alcaraz? Absolutely. Djokovic is a very capable player. He's won Monte Carlo before. He's won the French Open twice. So clay is definitely not a surface he shies away from. But we'll see how he is. Like I said, he has not had any match play since he lost in Dubai. So we'll see what happens with Novak in this tournament. But I like Alcaraz to get through there. And I do have Alcaraz playing Ruud in the semis. And I do have Alcaraz beating Sinner, who would beat Tsitsipas to get to the final. I like an Alcaraz Sinner final, which would be interesting to watch. And then I have Alcaraz winning another tournament. So he won Miami, got to the semifinals of Indian Wells. Now he potentially could win Monte Carlo, which would be a huge, huge win for the young teenager to go into the clay court season for the French Open. But that's basically it, guys, for the for the Monte Carlo Masters preview. I'm looking forward to, just like you guys are. Well, the big story, honestly, the two big stories of this tournament are: is Novak ready to go? Like I said, he has not had any match play in a long, long time. He's been sitting on the sidelines. Yes, of course, he's practicing. That's a given. But match play is very important. So we'll see if he gets past some of these players. Like I said, I have him drawing Dan Evans, who's playing very well. And then, like I said, the big matchup, the big popcorn match we all want to see is Djokovic versus Alcaraz. Will we get that? It's pretty much up to them, because you have players in Alcaraz's way too. Potentially Fritz or Tsonga or Vandersloot, Botic Vandersloot. He's been playing really well too. So it's definitely up to them to get to that spot, but we all want it. We all want Alcaraz Djokovic in that quarterfinal matchup. Every other matchup is important too, but for the tournament to be really potentially great, I think, and this for the sport to see this kid rise above Alcaraz versus Djokovic needs to happen for the sport, and I think Alcaraz winning would be very good for the future of the game. Like I said, so that's going to do it for the Monte Carlo Masters. It goes from April 10th to April 17th. It's only a week tournament. It's a smaller tournament. It starts actually today. This video is being filmed on Saturday night, but we're going to put it up tomorrow, the day of the Monte Carlo Masters. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Djokovic has a lot of players have buys, so we'll see who potentially will play these players in the tournament in Monte Carlo. And I'm looking forward to, just like the rest of you guys. So that's going to do it for the Monte Carlo Masters preview. If you like this video, give me a like. It really helps out the channel. I'm just getting started, but I love the sport, and I want to get more people out there that love the game of tennis and just enjoying what I have to say about the game. Definitely share this video around. Follow me on Twitter. It's in the description. Follow me on my Weebly page. I post blogs in there every now and then about certain tournaments and stuff like that. Definitely keep attuned to that. And as always, guys, thank you for watching this video. I really enjoy doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed too. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Leave a comment. Who do you think's going to win? Do you think Djokovic is going to win? Do you think Alcaraz? Tsitsipas? Let me know. I'd love to hear your opinion about the sport. I love interacting with people about the sport of tennis, and I just love talking about it. So that's going to do it for Advantage Receiver, broadcasting tennis from the West Coast to every coast.